Welcome to the Word Bible software. Today we're going to be discussing the Word 8, and specifically it's called the Word-App, and it's used on Android and in the future iOS, macOS, Linux, Lord willing, and possibly WebView. Today we're going to be focusing in on Android. You'll see here a window. I'm using one that's a Windows capture, but this will give you a very good idea of the overview of the Word Bible software on Android. When you start up, it'll use the login splash that you just saw, and then it'll come to a page like this. And one of the things that you're going to need to do is either download or install modules. If for some reason you're not on an internet connection, you can go in here and you can go to File and go to Titles and install modules. That's a very viable option. You can browse files on your Android. But for us, we're going to go in back to where we were at. We're going to go to the welcome screen here. We don't have any modules installed currently, and we need to download some. So let's go into download modules. As it brings them up, you'll see our standard interface. It has Bibles, commentaries, dictionaries, books, devotional graphics, ancient languages, skins, backgrounds, gloss, and indigenous Bibles, much like if you've been using the Word Bible software on Windows, or if maybe you've done it through Wine on Mac and Linux. You can, of course, access the other repositories, and you won't see them here. Let me bring, but there's others as well in this drop down right here in this area. Let's go into some Bibles. Since I haven't got the account completely set up, there's other resources you can go in and buy, and you can click it like this and you can go purchase online. Or if you're on Google Play, this purchase online won't be available. Just go to our website, thewordbooks.com. This is for reasons of supporting Google Play. I'm going to go down here and type in, I'm just going to type in KJV. This is a free resource. And then also I would like to do a Greek Bible, and that's available here. And let's do a Hebrew Bible. So that will give you an idea of these items as they're installing. You can see there's various things going on down here. And now we have resources. We have Bibles. Okay, let's go back in. We need some books as well. Let's go back into add titles. And I would like to get in some commentaries. Let's scroll down past the paid section into, and let's see here, you could go show all titles, group by, and then there's languages here. You can also expand or collapse. And let's go into commentaries, scroll down, and let's get the introduction here. Another one, maybe one more there. Okay. These items are installing. And lastly, we're going to go back out. Okay, so now you can see the various items and various ways things are used. Sorry. And on a phone, you can do the finger pinch to zoom in, zoom out. You can do a lot of things. And let's go in here and select a book. Let's go into this one. We have our topics up here, and it's loading that in. And let's also go into Kelly. Just check it out. And you can see various items. So we have our Bible view, which you can easily get around. You can type in here or touch type. You can also get into the grid picker, and you can get into your verse picker that way. You have bookmarks, just like in the Word-Classic. And over in here, you get into your various options and things as far as how they work. You can go into options for further depth study. Let's see here. So let's go into paragraphs. We got those on. Okay, let's go into, so this is an advanced feature. Let's go into Strong's numbers, and we can say we want show link and show in book view, show no link and show in pop-up. So like that. And this color we can go ahead and change and go okay. And let's change it back to the default. Go okay again. And now if we hover these, you can look at those. I'm going to go into a touch interface just so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see it going on. And it should be Strong's. But do you notice something? We are missing a Strong's dictionary. So what we need to do next is, sorry, let's just keep that alone. I'm going to zoom in for you. I'm going to go in, and just for a second, I'm going to just log in to my account. And basically, when you come in, let me show you where this is, how this works in just a second. I'm just going to bring it up. Okay, let me bring that up just so you can kind of get an idea as well. You go in here, and we'll just go in here because we'll use this from time to time. You go to the update subscription right here, upgrade subscription, and you see there's basic and advanced tier. You scroll to right here. It's currently is on basic, and you can go down here. I am going to just adjust this one very briefly so that you can kind of get a better idea of what goes on as it's working. So just 1 second. I just need to make it forget its identity, essentially. Okay. Now we're going to go back in. So you see here, you got your basic. You can do a free trial for 30 days. And you're welcome to try out the basic for free. If for some reason you, in the future, advanced and premium, you can try some of those later on too as well. But for now, we're just going to go down into the basic account, and I'm going to log in. So I'm going to just hide that just for a second. I know it's kind of a little bit hard to see a little bit of a black screen. We'll give you that nice splash screen just for a second. Let me go ahead and log in. Okay, now we're logged in and you can kind of continue on. So my account has a few resources tied to it. So the nice thing with the app is because those are tied in to the account, you can go ahead and download them directly. For example, I have the NASB one, this package here. Ask me, do I have the key? Do I have it purchased? Yes, I do. So I'm going to download it. And what's going to happen is it's going to install it, and then you need to have it sync. But one more thing real quick, because just to make it a little bit easier for me. Okay. Now back to it again. I'm going to just go ahead and download it one more time. Install, download and install. And as it gets done downloading, it'll bring up this unlock page. You remember this from the theWord-Classic. You can use your unlock key, your full name, and your email, just like you would from your account. I'm just going to have it sync. I'm going to have it go online, grab my account information, and pull that down. It's going to take just a second as it's doing that. But while you're thinking about this currently will use the resources that you already own for the theWord-Classic or the Windows version if you already own that. And this takes a little while to go in and unlock and get things ready. But feel free to use your unlock key, your name, email, etc., and do a manual unlocking. While that's going on, and so these have been imported, and I guess that was good to go. So you'll see here now there's a green checks. In here it's been unlocked, ready to go. And now we can go over in here and you can see the LBLA, the NASB 77, NASB, and you'll see these two dots. You see this one has an S. When we go ahead and access the resource for the first time, it'll identify the capabilities of it. And you'll see here, as it goes in, it identifies those capabilities and tells the system it has different features. So this one has a lot of features. This one has strongs. This one does not have any. And strongs. And this one has the V user key. Let's go in to the Byzantine. I'm going to go in here. We have our strongs. I'm going to turn that on. And it has the NASEC set for those two. Very good. And that's what we're going to use. I'm just going to go ahead and, just for your sake to see it, I'm going to show the link. And you can now tap the word for the strongs. No, it's fighting the mouse. Come on. Well, let's double check what I got set up here. Oh, and showing booklet. No, I want to do it. Show link and show in the pop-up. So there's one additional setting. And so here's the strongs again. Let's go over. And you can see here. You can go over the word. And let's go over here to the dictionaries, the NASEC dictionary. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Go back to the Bible view. Tap on the word Strongs. Okay, you can see that. And we're going to go ahead and go in here and change the settings so it shows no link. And that should do that. Oh, I didn't get it set. Sorry. There we go. So once you get to the word, you can tap it again. And let's go over to the NASB. You can see there. Let's go grab another dictionary to see what we've got going on. Let's go into add titles. And let's go nickel. And let's download and install that. Install now. Okay. And then I'm going to go in here to my strong options, turn it into M strong. And you can see down in here, we have our Mickelson. There we go. That's popped up, ready to go. Let's also go in here, turn the strongs to show in pop-up. And you can see it again. And type the word. You can also hold the word. And you can look it up. And I just want to look up strongs. And so I'm going to go like that. And you can see it in M strongs, NASEC. And just go into NASEC and it pops it up there. And let's go back into blessed. Let's look up blessed. Let's look up the word blessed. Nope, there's no match. If you were to have something like Vines that has a good English resource and links back into the Greek or the Strongs. Let's go into the Byzantine. Let's try looking up Jesus. And we're going to go look up, and I'm going to go to lemma. And so we're going to go over to M strong, and here you go. And you can see it in the book view. Up here at the top, you can turn on your different sync options. You have you have bookmarks for the book view as well. So let's just do a brief overview quickly. Bible view, you have your display, has your basic overall settings for your different views and things like that. You can turn on verse numbers, etc., passage headings, all those things. You can go to options, you have your various options. Footnotes, cross-references, commentary links, inline commentary. So let's go to commentary. We'll turn those on. And this one, we're just going to turn it into there. Going to go over to the NASB. And you can see here, there is a Kelly. If I was to click the Kelly, There we go. It brings up Ephesians for the chapter and looks at that. So you can do those things. If there you go, get a little zoomed in. Jumps up to the verse. If you don't like it to scroll around like that, go into your general behavior. And I like the minimum scrolling option. So then I can bring it into place very well. So let's go back into, you can see Hebrew as well. So if it's not in the New Testament, for example, that one does not have it in the New Testament, you can go to the Old and you can go ahead and look it up. Now, WLC is not does not have morphology or Strong's or anything like that. You can try lookup and see if you can find that word. There's no match. Very good. So as we continue to do the review, hold down again on a word and you have format text if you want to go in and I believe that is it might be an advanced option. That's something you'll have to figure out. So you'll see search in Bible is an advanced option because it's grayed out. But I can go to copy and I can go to range and I can choose the range of words or verses to pick here. You can go through that and I can go copy range and I bring that up. Continuing back in here, hold it down again. You can got more verse actions. You can bookmark this verse, copy it. Paste to editor is turned off because user modules is for the advanced version. But you do have copy. You can sync book view to verse. So there is no commentary in Genesis 1:1 in Kelly's. So going back, let's go over to King James. You can see these here. You can tap the words again. If you want to change it so that the Strongs, let's go here. We want to show link, but we want it to pop up in. Oh, didn't change over, did it? Hey, not being nice to me today. Well, that'll be an issue for another day to look at, but this will get you going and give you some idea on the Bible view. Going over to the book view, and by the way, what you just saw in the Bible view, remember this is still in beta, but it is something that is at a lower price while it's in beta. And if there's some things that come up like that, just send in to support through the forum.theword.net and explain your issue and what's going on, and we'll try to get on that. So going back here, go back to the books. In here, you can go ahead and search your book and go down through different things. Go into options here. You got your history. You got your across the top. You have the next topic, back, etc. You got your module sets if you want just dictionaries, things like that. So if I was to turn it to dictionaries, then it would have these. I can go back to all. You got to zoom or minus. Your finger pinch works also. Your images can be in the fit view. You can do custom color down here if you want to do like this and kind of put it into that color. I'm going to show you something. Let's put it back on skin because skins are a very helpful thing. And you can go down through and see different things and get into your book view options. Just a lot of different items as you go through here and check things out. Let's go over here to Tools, View, Skin Editor. This is very, very simple, very easy to use. I'm going to just go ahead and actually get you to one through the titles. I'm going to go over here, minimize this area, go down to skins. And I'm just going to bring in two that we've created for the Word-Classic that also work excellently in the app. So go in here and you can see now we have the word dark and vellum. So the vellum is like here and it kind of brings in that contrast. Or if I click the dark, you can see in here. And I am going to go in. Whoops, let's go up into preferences and go into the book view. We're going to go into skin color for the font. And now jump over, and you can see it's getting the skin colors. And then we're going to also go into the Bible view and go into font colors and styles and go over there. And now we have the dark mode. We're also going to jump over to Vellum, and you can now see in Vellum what it's like, the book view and things like that. And I see here it's a little bit lighter. So let's go over into our preferences again, go to book view, click in, click out, and go over to book view, and there we go. And just kind of a refresh there. So there are quite a few things that you can get into. You can read your books, you can read your Bibles. It's very easy and very nice to get into these areas and get going and quickly use the word app in the Bible and the book viewer. Go ahead and explore, check things out. There's different features that are in the advanced, and that's going to be forthcoming in the future. You got, of course, your different languages for those that work in other languages, which is, for example, I also work in Spanish. And so going over here, you can get into your Spanish and see that in your layout as well. So I'm going to return that back to English. There we go. Thanks for spending some time as we looked at the Word for Android, and specifically the basic version. I hope this has been helpful as you've joined us today. Thank you for your time. God bless. Bye-bye.